Never feeling the pressure, please not at all. I walk in when it's crunch time, leaves in the fall. Woman on me, only hit my name on a roll call. It's like there is no ground beneath my feet, I got no flaws. Still humble, but just don't get it confused. You know who I am, there's no need to introduce.
It's Madden NFL 24 on EA Sports, and there's no love lost between these AFC East foes. It's the Jets and the Bills, and it's coming up next.
Getting toward the halfway point of the NFL season, Week 7 is underway on EA Sports. And taken down just past the 20 at about the 21-yard line. So now here comes the Jet offense as they get ready to take over. And a look at a guy, definitely got a little razzle-dazzle to him. Can do it with his arm or his legs. Their mobile QB.
And last week's loss came despite a clean game on his end, throwing the ball with 2 touchdowns and 0 interceptions. His job this week is simple. Do it again. Continue to avoid turnovers, and hope that what sunk them last week resolves itself this time around.
Now Jones. Oh, his first throw of the game going to be intercepted. Picked off by Xavier McKinney. And he will return this one to the 30-yard line.
A part of why they came to this week with a winning record is that they feed off of mistakes like this, and now it's a prime opportunity, just moments in the game to get a short field touchdown off of their big defensive play. Now on the other side, they were already the underdog in this one. They just made their uphill battle just a little bit tougher.
On first down, they'll go to the ground attack. A short gain here, maybe a yard to the 29.
Yeah, things were pretty stacked up there in the middle of the line. A lot of bodies, not much space. I think ultimately he was fortunate to get anything out of that run.
Now Allen throwing on second down. He will find Diggs in the end zone. Touchdown, Buffalo. Stephon Diggs. Career touchdown number 136, tying it with Marshall Faulk for 7th on the all-time list. And the Bills take the early turnover and convert it into an opening touchdown. Now for the point after. And it's 7-0 Buffalo. They had the short field and they made quick work of it. Just 2 plays to get into the end zone. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. Cooper on the return. And makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. Back onto the field come the New York Jets for their second drive. They threw an interception the first time they had the football, wound up leading to a touchdown the other way. How do you approach drive number 2?
Going back to your game plan coming in, everyone has matchups that they like better than others. Where they think they have an advantage, dial up some of those plays. Try and go to those spots and get your offense moving.
First down yardage on the first play of the drive. Give him 14.
For a lot of guys playing this game, there's no better feeling than running right through a tackle. He's able to look. And churn his legs for a really nice pickup.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. On 1st and 10, it's Hall. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. 10 yards is the pickup. Good enough for a Jet first down. The Jets at 1-5, really struggling here to start the year. They come into this one knowing it's been a while since they've had a W. They have dropped 4 in a row.
Let me tell you, when you go a month, partner, in this league, without a victory, it gets tough to come to work every day. And in addition, you start to wonder about your job security as well.
And he'll take it across midfield and into Buffalo territory. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
Next, the receivers helped spread the defense out, and they were able to come through with a slashing run.
But to that point, it's going to be interesting to see the personnel chess match as this one progresses.
Yeah, you're exactly right. Can they continue to create running lanes out of passing sets? And if so, it's going to be a long day for the defense.
Here now, 3rd and a yard. They'll run with Hall. And he will have a first down here at about the 40. Give him the 3rd down conversion, 5 yards on the play. Now, look, that wasn't a huge gain, but those are the types of carries I think they were missing in their loss last week. They couldn't get him going on the ground.
Did you get the same feeling I did during our meetings, that they kind of regretted that he didn't touch the ball?
Absolutely.
You know, hey, he should have touched it more last week. They weren't going to make that same mistake, and they've taken care of that early.
And they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10. You look at this Buffalo defense. They come into this one ranked number 17, so just starting the bottom half of the league against the pass.
When they lack in pass defense, they do make up for in run defense. They're a top 10 unit against some people trying to move the ball on the ground. But this is a passing league, so there's a conundrum for them. How do they get better defending the pass?
A 2nd down pass play there, but it's incomplete.
As his old brain remembers, when I see 5 wide receivers on the field as a defender, I know the ball's coming out high. They expected it and got there and popped it free.
And he is caught. And he's got a first down as a tackle made at the Bills' 20-yard line. That good for 19 yards as they pick up the conversion on 3rd. Running it with their receiver, Cooper. And they're knocking on the door now. There's a good run there. Going to take this to about the 10-yard line. Another nice gain. That's now 30 yards between those last 2 plays. They'll run with Hall. Down at the 2. Broke through first contact, but ultimately stopped shy of the goal line. It'll be a pickup of 8 and a good first step there with 2nd and goal coming up. One more time with Hall. And he is in. Touchdown, New York. Breece Hall. His 3rd rushing touchdown on the year. And the Jets are an extra point away from drawing level. Extra point by Sly is up and good. And we are tied at 7. A pretty long drive that time. 11 plays all told. And it was capped off by a Breece Hall touchdown run. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. Now this thing gets marked where it went out of bounds, so they're going to have really good starting field position near midfield. Well, you don't see that often. He just mishit it, and it goes out of bounds.
Well, I know sitting up here, and I'm looking at you, and you're looking at me, and I know we're both thinking the same thing. Isn't it easy enough to keep it between the sidelines? Because unless you're intentionally doing it for some reason, well, that's a costly mishit, and now you put your team in a bad spot.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete. And he's certainly not a guy that drops that football very often.
Indeed, because that's a bit of a surprise. I know he's in the middle of some traffic, and people, bodies all around him, but he usually has the focus to haul that one in.
One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. Chalk that up as a 4-yard loss. And now it's 3rd down.
How about the job there on the outside? Shed the wide receiver and was able to make the tackle on the perimeter.
So here's a 3rd and 14. From the gun, it's Allen. He's got his target. That's complete. And all the way home for a Bills touchdown. A big play there with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Bills have taken the lead. Extra point splits the uprights, and that makes the score 14-7. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. Cooper on the return. Fielded just outside the goal line. And he won't get this to the 20-yard line as he's down at the 19. New York's offense back out there and set to go. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out. Looking to repeat that in Charles' defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated. They both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
Now this one over the middle into the hands of his tight end, complete. And he's finally taken down, and it's a big gain there on what will turn out to be the final play of this first quarter. The Jets with the football here to start the second quarter as they've got it with a 1st and 10.
Dom Capers, Dom Capers, Dom Capers, Dom Capers.
Tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. 62 yards rushing for him as he has been tough to stop here this first half.
That's what I love the run right there. This guy's known for his quickness, but also for his speed. And he's able to get to the second level almost before you blink if you give him any type of blocking. I always talk about slot receivers. They're usually known as quicker than fast. In this case, we've got a guy who's quick and fast, and he used it to great advantage.
11 more on that one and another first down.
And while we're seeing more and more of these plays come from the college game into the NFL, and that one, it was run with great success, how about the evolution of the offensive linemen? We're seeing less and less big guys who can't move and more guys who are a lot more mobile and can get out in front of that type of a play.
Meanwhile, Jones' throw taken in by Cooper here. They get him to the ground right on the cusp of the red zone after a pickup of 5 or 6.
Well, if you do read man coverage, Brandon, the drag route's a pretty good one to run against it because you're running away from people on it.
On second down, a run to Hall. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. They'll say no gain on the play there. Now it'll be 3rd down.
Early down stuff to put this offense in a precarious position. We know the securing the point of attack, especially against the big-bodied guys in the middle of this D, has got to be priority 1.
Working the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And the Jets are going to have 1st and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points.
I think he has to be saying to himself, how did that not wind up a touchdown? Remember, you just need the tip of the ball to cross the plane. It's not going to get there, but they're going to be set up in great shape with 1st and goal.
And he's going to be taken down right at the line. So that'll be no better than an incompletion, and that'll make it 2nd and goal.
Well, that was a simple throw and catch, but even with that completion, 0 yards gained, so they're behind schedule on down and distance.
I think they were hoping to get it to him. He could make a man or 2 miss, but that window closed quickly. So back-to-back plays, each get nothing. And now we've got a 3rd and goal situation. They caught it right at the line of scrimmage, and before he could even think about advancing it forward, he got hit.
Great tackling, because that's what you're taught. Don't give up yards after the catch, and most offenses make a living off of yards after.
And he's going to take it in for a Jets touchdown. Breece Hall with his 2nd touchdown here in this first half. And the Jets are within an extra point of tying up this ball game. So his strong first half continues as he finds the end zone here for the 2nd time.
And definitely good blocking at the point of attack, and you just have to love watching the way he can create space down near the goal line, and he's able to take it into the end zone.
Extra point by Sly is up and good, and we are tied at 14. So that one a pretty time-consuming 10-play drive. And it was capped off by a Breece Hall touchdown run. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. Shepard, he's going to sit on this one, and it's a touchback out to the 25-yard line. Now the Bills offense gets ready to head back onto the field. Coming off every player's friend, the open week from last weekend.
Oh, there's no doubt about that. Even if you're coming off of a loss as they did, the open week is exactly what you need after you kind of get over it a little bit, right? Rest up the mind, rest up the body, get yourself ready to go. And they have to be eager to play again, especially since they lost the last time out.
They'll come up now 2nd and 4 from the 31. Allen. And Diggs has it. Still going inside the 20. And all the way home for a Bills touchdown. Stephon Diggs. 2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far. And the Bills are able to strike quickly here as they are in for 6.
Hey, check that.
Extra point right down the middle. And the lead is now 21-14. That drive started on their own 25. 2 plays, 75 yards later, into the end zone. On the return is Cooper from his end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. The Jets take it over again. Breece Hall making his way out with the offense. Good returns on the last drive. He hit the end zone for the 2nd time. Good returns in this first half, really.
Yeah, good returns for his team. Really good returns for the guy. You know where I'm
fantasy
going. Darn right. Those fantasy guys who have him on their team, they're rejoicing right now, and they have a high expectation that what they've seen already will continue.
You talk about fantasy a lot, but why don't you just play?
I'm not good enough to play a fantasy game. I enjoy watching.
You're an analyst. You're an expert.
I mean, you were a champ last year. Keep it up.
5th place.
Okay. Well, that's a champ in my book.
So a 5-yard run the other way in the wrong direction, and that leads us to 2nd and 15. Oh, and his early struggles continue. Here's another one intercepted. And he's able to get it back to right around the 27.
And that's a great example of ball skills right there, partner. You and I do a lot of games, and I can't tell you how many guys look to run with the football before they've intercepted it. So that's a nice job of focusing on the task at hand and coming away with the interception.
But he's got it, complete to Fowler. And he'll lose yardage here, going down back at the 28. He was unable to shake free there, and they'll cover him for a loss of a yard. Coming up at halftime, I'll go from one personality, that's you, Charles Davis, to another one in Orlando, the coach. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL. You and Jonathan Coachman, both larger than life.
No doubt about it.
But you're stuck with me in this booth,
yes,
and he's miles away and smiling.
And happy.
There's a throw over the middle. It's taken in by his tight end. So the pitch and catch good for 11. And they'll be faced with a 3rd and inches.
I know sometimes we can get fooled when we watch him make catches, as we just saw him do there, because he really looks like a wide receiver the way he goes about his business.
Yeah, 230, 240 range.
Yeah, not super huge. Maybe not counted on to be that inline point-of-attack blocker that we used to have in the good old days, but you can flex him out. You can run wide receiver routes with him. You can make him a primary target, and that's how he'll shred the defense.
And this one is right through. So he's been automatic to this point of the season, and he connects on the field goal there.
And what a luxury it is to have a kicker you can depend upon, partner, because he hasn't missed all year long. Converts on that one as well, and kudos to you. You didn't jinx him.
Here's the Bills kickoff unit out as they will send this one away. And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25. And New York set to take the field. And Charles, we'll see what they can do here. Not a ton of time left, but enough certainly to get points out of this drive. And they need them right now because they're trailing.
Yeah, this is exactly why you practice a 2-minute drill all through camp. and at least one practice each week before a game. A minute left, more than enough time to string a few completions together, reach the end zone, and then make that walk back to the locker room just a little more animated.
That flag accepted, and it backs the offense up a little bit. The false start backs him up 5, 1st and 15. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd down. Moving backwards on 1st down, never a good thing. What does that do for the mindset on 2nd down?
Well, it changes your play call, definitely, because as a play call, you're advancing yourself thinking, okay, we're going to get a gain here. Now you've got to go back in reverse, come up with something to pick up.
And they get Jones for the 3rd time in this ball game. And the return here will go to the 31-yard line. I'm not sure that the wheels, Charles, are coming completely off, but they're shaking a little bit. That's 3 interceptions, and now interceptions here on back-to-back drives.
Now think about what a Hall of Fame coach told me, that he always told his teams, when a mistake happens, just move on to the next play. Let it go. Hard to do when you're throwing this many interceptions. That's exactly the attitude that has to be adopted.
12 yards that time, and a Bills 1st down. Now a timeout called for by the offense as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the 1st half. So here's a 1st and 10 now, down inside the 20. Throwing now is Allen. And that is incomplete. The coverage a little too good there, and it's 2nd down.
Well, it hasn't been a banner 1st half for the defense trying to cover him today, but they'll take that one right there, helping force that incompletion.
Allen again here on 2nd and 10. Getting this into the hands of Turner. Now the Bills will use the 2nd of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 45 seconds to go in the 1st half. They'll be in search of 8 yards here as they hope to convert the 1st down. Now Allen again. To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
Like what I see so far out of this defense, because they've been showing their best coverages on 3rd down. So far, only allowed 1 conversion on a handful of attempts. One area of their game plan that they've executed to perfection.
And his kick is right there. It's good, and the Bills will add on to their lead. So they get the turnover in plus territory. The drive stalls out, but still able to get 3 out of that.
Yeah, we were able to see an offense and a defense kind of mix and match with each other, didn't we? Both of them trying to make sure that they had the upper hand and the advantage. Offense trying to get to the end zone. Defense, of course, trying to hold them to a field goal attempt. And it wasn't a guaranteed lock 3 from where they started. So, the offense has to be happy to come away with those 3 points.
The Jets going to take over now late in this 1st half. Well, not much time remains here in this 1st half. We'll see if they can get something out of this drive, at least a field goal. They could certainly use it, down by 2 scores. Now he's loose down the left sideline and down right around the 37. Now the Jets going to use the 2nd of their 3 timeouts as they'll stop it with 25 seconds to go here in half number 1. So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. Looking deep downfield. And it's intercepted at the goal line. And the Bills are going to take possession here at their own 3-yard line. Yes, folks, that is his 3rd interception, and I'm going to use one of the most overused phrases in football. He's a ball-hawking safety.
I love the way that you called for the shot there. That's perfect, though, because there is some...
There he goes, left side. He's got a full head of steam. And all the way down to the 25-yard line. Now here's a timeout as they're going to get it with 8 seconds remaining here in the 1st half. And now we'll get a late timeout as it comes in the waning moments of quarter number 2. So even though it's 1st down, here's the field goal unit on now to try to get 3 before halftime. From the left hash, it's a 42-yard attempt. And his kick is gone. And the Bills will add on to their lead. They already had the early lead, and they get the interception, Charles, and now they add 3 more with the field goal.
And they're in control of how this game is playing out so far. You mentioned both sides of the ball. A winning recipe if they can keep this up.
And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24. Jones, a final shot before break, eluding the pressure right. An off-balance throw there, and it's going to wind up incomplete. So we've reached the second half upon us sooner than we bargained for. Week 7, second half. Let's do it. Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth, ready for quarter number 3. Bills with the lead, and they'll get the football first as the second half is underway. And that one carries out of the side of the end zone here, so it's a touchback and bring it out to the 25. The Bills offense set to take over to begin quarter number 3. Allen and the Bills now with a 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. Off play action. Allen rolling to his right. And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there.
Brandon, once that one broke down, there were only so many options left for him to take. Fortunately, only 1st down, so he smartly got the yardage he could get and didn't worry about trying to turn it into a bigger play and end up taking a bigger loss. Here, they hope they can regroup and get something different going here on 2nd down.
That his first catch so far. They've held him under wraps, but he's got a 1st down there.
And now we get into the psychology of the whole thing, because a lot of teams with a 2-score lead in the 3rd quarter, they almost become defensive with their offense, just playing not to lose. I think with this team, you got to figure at this point, this is a great spot for them to go into attack mode, really try and put the hammer down and finish this one off.
In need of only about the length of the football here on 2nd down. On play action, Allen. And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. Finally hauled down for the first time this game. Multiple defenders in there to drop him.
Well, they had the right down and the definite distance to take a shot downfield, but it didn't work out the way that they had envisioned.
No, that's a situation where if you take a sack close to the line of scrimmage, it's not that bad, but a loss like that, you can't take a sack there.
Yeah, absolutely. The one thing you cannot do, they did.
And he's just going to be short here, barely, maybe by a half a foot. It'll be 4th and inches. Here's Jamie Gillen now, as he should be able to pin him back deep here with his first punt. That one sails out of bounds. A side judge will walk it off. And he says it went out of bounds at the 9-yard line. Nice punt. So here's the Jets offense now as they get ready for their first possession of the second half. And their defense did its job by forcing the punt to start things out. And now, Charles, can the offense get in gear?
I think, partner, you can sense him saying, okay, the first half was theirs, but now let's get the momentum back on our side. We forced a punt. Now let's go downfield and score. If we do that, we'll be set up well for this second half.
And he's brought down, but not before they get it across the 20-yard line. 76 yards for him on the ground now, as he has been terrific here this afternoon. Inside 4 minutes to go, 3rd quarter. Here's a quick throw out to Wilson. It'll be a gain of just a yard, and that will bring up 2nd down.
The goal of a wide receiver screen is get enough blockers in front to create a wall and let him pick his spot to run the football. How about the defense there, swarming to it and not allowing that to happen? Did not let him get downfield.
And he'll have a Jets 1st down as he's got this up to about the 34-yard line.
Well, that play looks familiar because we saw them working on it in practice this week. And for a lineman trying to block on this play, they love when they get the defense moving in one direction. And when they try and change directions, it's a lot easier to pick them up and ward them off.
Throwing Jones. And they take him down. The Bills get to him. They called the corner blitz, and Roger McCreary, he got in there and earned the sack. Cooper, the man in motion left. Throwing on 2nd and long. Jones. And oh my goodness, here's a 5th interception. It's Roger McCreary with a pick, and his guys are going to take over at the 31-yard line. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10.
At the 31-yard line.
So after the INT, it's Allen. Throwing middle, and it's complete.
And decided to run a hitch route. It really helps him. The guy can turn it loose. And boy, he rifled one in there on that one. Not much run after catch, but it worked really well.
Here's 2nd and 4 from the 24. One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. And he'll get it down this time to 17. That one a first down pickup of 8.
Muscle damage has been done through the air. I mean, they've run the bell 3 times with passing touchdowns, but guess what? Ground game has not been neglected. Nice little burst right there.
So they fake the handoff. Now Allen steps away. And he'll take this beyond the line of scrimmage as he slides to a hole. Give him a couple on the scramble. It's 2nd down.
I think the defense surprised him there with that blitz on 1st down, but give him credit. Stayed cool under pressure and still found a way through the extra rushers for positive yardage. Well done.
Here's a 2nd and 8. One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. A yard in the wrong direction makes 3rd down tougher. 3rd down and 9. They'll come to the line here needing 9 yards to pick up the first. Throwing is Allen on 3rd. Pass taken in by his big tight end. Touchdown, Bills! Dalton Kincaid. 15-yard touchdown grab. And the Bills are able to extend their lead in the final seconds of this 3rd quarter.
Unlock line.
Point after, right down the middle. And that pushes the lead up to 23. So that drive spanned 5 plays. And it culminates in a Bills touchdown. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. On the return is Cooper from his end zone. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Costs him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20. And this will probably be the last play of the quarter. They'll start the drive here with an end around. And that one covered beautifully. Their defenders stayed home, and they'll stop him behind the line. 3 quarters have come and gone. Back now in Buffalo. A lot of happy faces in the crowd at this point as their guys have a big lead here to start quarter number 4. A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. This will be a loss of 3, and now a much tougher 3rd down looming.
I think this offense, specifically this running game, they're going to have to find a way to turn the page because they haven't found a way to run it effectively thus far, and it's cost them.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And that is incomplete.
We've talked about it, CD, but it bears repeating. They are struggling to throw the football. All the interceptions and more incompletions. It just doesn't look like things are in sync out there.
I would agree with that, and it's not a good day when you feel like an incomplete pass is almost a win for you because it wasn't intercepted. I think the receivers now, when they're running their routes, they want to catch the ball, but they also want to make sure that the defenders don't take it away.
Allen and the Bills now with a 1st and 10 at the 33-yard line. They'll start this drive out on the ground. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard. And I think we can get used to seeing more of that in this 4th quarter, especially if they're having success on the ground like they did there.
Yeah, I think back when we met with the head coach in preseason, and all he talked about was building a bully. And I think it was this situation he was envisioning. Trying to ice a game, plenty of time left, but being able to give the ball to his big runner and pound away and try and finish off a game.
The offense on 3rd down tonight, 2 for 5 to this point. They're looking at 3rd and the nose of the football. to the air. Allen. He had a man open, but he missed him, and it's incomplete. Well, their passing attack, even though that one was incomplete, has been really sharp in this one. It's resulted in a lot of touchdowns, and it looks like they're not going to stop throwing the football until the very end of this one.
Well, that will certainly make everyone involved on offense pretty happy because that gives them all a chance to pad their stats a bit. But as far as the actual need, you and I both know they can just run this clock out because this one, it was over a long time ago.
They'll start on the ground. Hall. And he'll go down at the 26 following a gain of 6.
Now, Brandon, that's the way you want to run the football. There should almost be quote bubbles above the offense right now. Bam, boom, biff. That's how they feel good about moving the football.
Well, now they'll try the end around. And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. That's good for a Jet first down, a gain of 13.
Well, that last run for a first down, it really should be the last straw for the defense. I don't care how many they've had in the box. They need to add more people.
Oh, a design run for their wideout. And he'll be brought down just shy of the 45. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
Anytime the offense shows what they call a shot play or a chunk play where they're trying to get big yardage, sometimes people just call it gadget plays, and you hold it to a gain that we just saw there, you feel pretty good about yourself as a defense.
There's a ball thrown right side and complete. And he's got a first down as a tackle made at the Bills' 28. That's good for 28 yards.
Well, I can put my defensive cap on right now, and I know they're saying don't give up any big plays now. They've controlled this game throughout, and all they want to do is see it through to the end. I think they let their guard down a little bit with that last completion. Sometimes when you're trying not to give up bigger plays, you don't react as fast as you should on other throws.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
Then their back's up against the wall a little bit, and they come through by forcing an incompletion. Now they've got to continue to ratchet up the intensity a couple of more times and get off the field before giving up any more yardage.
To throw once more on 2nd and 10. Jones. And finally down he goes as they work it inside the 10 to the 7. And quickly they get to the line. And they'll be driven back here, losing yardage to the 9. That sends him 2 yards in the wrong direction and leads to 2nd down.
At the 9-yard line.
Back to throw. Jones. And that one going to be off target and incomplete. At this point, down big, you'd have to imagine this defense, they're just going to sit back, blanket the field as best they can.
Yeah, this is actually the easy part of the game for them because, just as you noted, they can sit back, keep everything in front of them. But they've blanketed the field the entire game using a variety of coverages.
And that one covered beautifully. Their defenders stay home, and they'll stop him behind the line. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's Jets football as we get you reset here. They're looking at a 4th and goal here as they search for a late score. And here just playing for pride at this point. Down big, but they'll go for it on 4th and goal. Desperation time now. Here's Jones. And this will be caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Jets. A 14-yard touchdown. And the Jets' decision to go for it pays off with 6 points. So the Jet offense staying on the field. They're going to go for 2. Jones throwing for it. He's got it. So they convert the 2. That keeps their slim hopes alive as we're back to a 2-score game. Well, it's still an uphill battle from here, that's for sure, but that makes it a 2-score game.
And now we see why teams practice so much on the 2-point conversion, why you have more than one play ready, because you may need multiples to throw out a ball game. There's a great example right there.
And they've got it. They recovered it. They hang on now, though. There's there's a penalty flag down.
Offense.
Well, CD, you understand. I mean, they're so eager trying to get back in this game here in the fourth quarter, but they touched that one a little too early before it went 10 yards.
Brandon, in such a high-stakes scenario, everyone's feeling the pressure on this play. The special teams coordinator, which one is he going to pick in terms of kicks? Can the kicker execute it? Can the team wait for 10 yards? So many variables, and in this case, they didn't get it done.
This, in all probability, another run here on 2nd and 8. Now a fake on the Jet sweep, and they'll instead run up the middle. The Jets are going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next.
95 yards rushing for him now to this point.
They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. Now the Jets going to use the second of their 3 timeouts as they stop it here with 1:07 remaining. Here's Jamie Gillen now as he's on to punt for Buffalo. And this is going to be ruled out, I think, just inside the 20. Yes, it will. Side judge calls it at the 19-yard line. So the Jets now down by 15. A little over a minute to go. Now their losing streak in danger of continuing as they come up on first down. Here's Jones. Oh, hit as he throws there, incomplete.
You get into these 2-minute drill situations and you often got tired legs on the offensive line. But these defenders, they've been rotating in and out, and they're a little bit fresher and quicker. And the pressure there forced the incompletion.
Timberland.
Jones. That's caught by Wilson.
A good gain of 9 before he's brought down at the 28.
This Buffalo crowd letting him have it. 3rd down now. Able to find the open man. That's complete.
And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. The Jets going to go ahead and use their final timeout as the clock will stop with just under 30 seconds left to go.
To throw is Jones. Jones in trouble here, and down he goes. Scoring game, Charles, than we typically see in the National Football League, but fun to watch these offenses. They were really clicking.